Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the big reveal of my van, the setup that I'm going to have for going out on the AT in March. I have been working really hard on getting the van ready and getting through the holidays and working full time, and so I want to apologize to y'all for the fact that it's been so long since I've put a video out. I know some people have commented and said that they thought maybe I had changed my mind. Nope, I hadn't changed my mind. Still going out there in March to help support the hikers. So today I am at a state park here in Louisiana, and I'm going to show you around a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the day setup of the van and how I'll be able to carry hikers during the day. And then I'll set it up for nighttime and show you how I'll be sleeping and living in the van. And I'll also show you my cook setup. Hopefully I'll be able to do some cooking for some hikers while I'm out there. And yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to show y'all the van and all the work that I've done on getting it ready. So first, let me show you where I am, because this is a really cool little campsite. So I'm going to flip you around and show you where I am. This is the bayou, and I believe you pronounce it Bayou Teche. It's T-E-C-H-E, and I believe that's how you pronounce it. But I'm terrible with these Louisiana names, so I could very well be wrong. But in Texas, we call this a river. But each campsite here has its own private little pier, and that's what I'm standing on now. And that's one half of the pier. And then you turn this way, and it's got another seat on that side. And it's got a place to tie your boat down. And then the next campsite has their little pier over there, and it goes all the way down. And then this is the campsites behind me. And it rained really bad last night. Real bad storm came through, and so everything around here is flooded. And there's my van, and that's my campsite right there. And then over there behind the trees is the bathhouse with free laundry, showers, all that good stuff. And then there's more campsites down that way, and more little private piers down there. Alright, let's go up to camp and start looking at the van. So this is my van. She is a 2005 Dodge Grand Caravan. She's old, she's paid for, and she runs good. So she's got some dings and dents and stuff like that. I was at the hospital one night, and someone backed into the back of me and completely tore the bumper off. But other than that, she runs pretty good. So let me show you the inside. Alright, we'll start with the front seats. I have a trash can here in the middle. Trash can here in the middle, and then a 5-gallon water jug. All of that stuff on that seat, a passenger seat, will not be there while I'm out on the trail. I'll be able to have somebody ride there. Okay, I have in my doors all of my tools if I need to fix anything. The passenger side door over there has any tools that I might need for the solar that I have installed. So let's get to the back of the van. Hopefully y'all can see this pretty good. This is the back. There's lots of room. The back seat is up, so I can carry 3 hikers on the back seat, 1 on the front seat, and then over here on that door I have a fold-out table. The blue thing behind it is the 3rd section of my bed, which you'll see when I do the bed fold down later. And I can also put that down on the floor right there and have another hiker sit on it. They just wouldn't be seat belted in. And behind the blue cushion is my camp chair. On the back of each one of the front seats, I have a shopping bag, reusable shopping bag that has all of my groceries in it. There's one there, and then there's one on this side, and it just holds groceries. I've got a nice carpet in the bottom. I took the 2 middle seats out of the van. Now this is a stow and go caravan, so those middle seats fold up into the floor. Move that carpet, you can see there are what's called basements that you can open up, and I have them full. Let me move this seat up real quick and I can open it. On this side, I have personal, just all of my personal stuff. My toilet for the middle of the night. My clothes, camp shoes, just stuff like that. And there's another one on the other side, and that has all of my my 2-burner Coleman stove, propane tanks, all of that, and I'll show you that one after I start unloading the van. And here is my 5-gallon water jug, water bottle, and it has a pump on the top. You just push the button and it pumps out water, and you push the button to stop it. Over here, as you can see in the windows, I have window coverings. The 2 back windows, I just leave the covering on there because I don't use those windows to be able to drive. And then here I have, this one is for the very back window, and then I have 2 for the middle windows, and I just leave those right there and put them up at night. And then over on this side, I have my trekking poles. I have 2 sets of trekking poles. I have my good trekking poles, and then I have a $20 pair that was my first pair of poles, and I'm taking them just in case somebody breaks a pole and needs another set. And you'll see the Christmas lights that are strung out all around the back. And I'll show you those tonight when it gets dark. And they're LED lights. They use very, very little of the solar electric, and they put a lot of light in the van. So, and then over there, which I'll show you tonight also, is my night light, but I'll show you that when I show you the solar. Okay, let's look on top. You'll see I have a Renogy flexible 160 watt solar panel up here. And I want to go ahead and take a moment and give a big shout out to my two son-in-laws who helped me install the solar. Definitely could not have done it without them. And they're just champs for helping me get that done. They put up with me being pretty cranky during that whole install. So they definitely deserve a big shout out. Love those two guys to death. That's my son-in-law David is married to my oldest daughter Ashley, and Daniel is married to my youngest daughter Tiffany. And they're just always willing to do whatever I need them to do. They're two really, really great guys. I was definitely extremely blessed to have the son-in-laws that I have. Alright, so let's look at the back of the van. This is the back. So, that there is the two sections of my bed. My bed is in 3 sections, and 2 of them fit back here. Underneath them is all of my bedding. I've got pillows, a blanket, sleeping bags. I have a fan under there that I can run at night. I've got a small electric blanket that I can plug into the solar on really, really cold nights. And then up here is my pots and pans, dishes, silverware, plastic bowls, my coffee pot, percolator, camp coffee pot, anything that I would need to be able to cook a meal is in this container here. And then I have my refrigerator. And I've got it on and running right now. And so that's my little refrigerator and the little freezer. And as you can tell, I am a Diet Coke addict. Underneath the refrigerator is my battery bank. There's 3 35-watt deep cycle Harbor Freight solar batteries in a plastic tote underneath the refrigerator. And that's all stored underneath there. And then the solar comes up out of the battery bank, and let's go back around here. Comes up out of the battery bank into that inverter. Into this inverter, and that's a 1,000-watt inverter. And then I have 2 surge protectors that are plugged into it. That way, instead of having to plug and unplug everything from the inverter, I can just push a button, these red buttons, to turn them on. And also, if anything was to go wrong, it would throw the surge protector before it would fry my inverter. Now, there's a part... Oh, let me tell you this. This is my CPAP machine, because I am barely borderline sleep apnea. And because I'm a truck driver, and with DOT rules and regulations, I have to wear it for 4 hours a night, 70% of the time, which comes out to about 21 nights every month. But when I quit my job and go out on the AT, I will not have that with me. And I will be tickled to death to get rid of it. Okay, there's another part of the solar that I did not show you. So let me move this real quick. Right back in there is my charge controller, the solar charge controller. The wires come down from the roof right there, and they run along this panel here, come out right there, run down the side here to the charge controller, and that controls how much solar electricity is being put into the battery bank. And from there, the wires run down through here and underneath this panel right here, and all the way across to this side where they come out underneath the refrigerator and into the battery bank. So that is my solar setup, and that's all my bedding and stuff under there, and that's it. Oh, let me show you the passenger side door. The front door, I have any tools that I might need in order to fix something on the solar panels or solar, anything doing with solar. All of my tools are right there just in case I need them. And here are the middle bays with both of them open. On that side there, like I said, I've got personal items, my camp toilet, clothing, shower bag, camp shoes, some of my backpacking gear is in there. The only thing that I don't have with me on this trip is my backpack for hiking, and it will be going with me. I just have to decide where I'm going to put it. And then on this side is any cleaning stuff, just some towels, washcloths, camp soap, a collapsible dish pan, and I have two of them, one for washing and one for rinsing. And then I have my backpacking camp stove there. I have some Reynolds wrap, some more towels, because those propane bottles, I've got 5 propane bottles in there, and they like to clang around if you don't secure them down pretty good. And then I have my backpacking camp chair, and then my Coleman stove, and underneath that 2-burner Coleman stove is a cast iron grill that goes on top of it for cooking pancakes and sausage and stuff like that, which you'll see in the morning when I cook breakfast. And then I have a little broom and some paper towels and just basically kitchen and cooking stuff. And that's it. That's pretty much the inside of the van. Alright, so let's set up for cooking. Okay, this is my cooking station set up. I've got a piece of Reflectix. Fortunately, I had that already in my van. That way I didn't have to set everything on this muddy ground or wet ground. But I brought my water out. I've got all my pots and pans and silverware and plates and bowls and stuff like that right there. And then got my table set up. I have been craving for days sauerkraut with sausage. I love sauerkraut. So I'm cooking a pot of sauerkraut, and I've got my sausage ready to go in there. I got my coffee pot out for in the morning. Salt, pepper. That's my grill for tomorrow morning for breakfast. And yeah, my pot holders, and let me get around where y'all can see. My pot holders and some dish towels and my cooking mitt. It's all Christmas because I bought it last year after Christmas and never used it, and I got it for like $1 a piece, so I'm gonna use it now. I don't care that it's Christmas, but so that's my cooking setup. But also I can cook in my van as well. I do. That's why I have my backpacking stove in there, because let's say I wake up in the morning and I want to set all this up and I just want to make a quick cup of coffee. All 3 of my bed cushions have wood on the bottom, like that one there, so that all I have to do is flip one over and I can use it as a table for putting my backpacking stove on and just heating up a cup of coffee in the morning without having to drag everything out of the van. But other than this cook station, everything else that I'm showing you as far as getting ready for nighttime, it can all be done inside the van. I don't have to get out of the van in order to set up my bed or break down my bed, get ready for night, or anything like that. The only thing, I'm watching this boat go by, the only thing that I cannot do from inside the van is have access to the refrigerator, and I am looking into other possibilities of being able to turn it to where I can access it at night. But there's another one of those cushions with the wood on the back of it so that it can be used for a table if I need to. So, all right, I'm gonna go add my sausage, and I will get back with y'all when I set up the van for nighttime use. Okay, y'all, this is my nighttime setup. This is my bed on this side, and I'll show you from the other side of the van as well. So I've got my curtains closed. Got a couple of hooks there that hold the middle of them together, and then I've got my camp toilet right there, but I put a towel over it and use it for my fan, a stand for my fan, and that way my fan doesn't slide off if it's got the towel over it. Now at night, if I have all of my camp set up in here as well, then my table and my camp chair would be behind that red bungee cord right there, holding it to that sidewall. And then I've got my lights on And I'll show you what it looks like at night also, when it gets dark. Got all of my lights all lit up, and that seat right there folds down into the compartment by the refrigerator, and I have my big sleeping bag. I'll open the back of it and show you, but the big sleeping bag is behind my pillows like a headboard, and if I get cold I can always just pull it out real quick and put it over me or crawl into it. But the 3 mattress pieces, bed pieces, just line up perfectly on this side. That's one of them. And then there's the blue one. And then there's this one here. And then I've got my favorite blanket with me. It's a super soft, really, really warm blanket. And so that's my setup for at night. Now let me open the back and show it to you from back there. Alright, this is from the back of the van. You see how my sleeping bag is folded up right there. And then I've got my pillows leaning against it right now. But that is the beginning of the first mattress. And then that's what it looks like on the inside with the curtains closed. Alright, let's look at it from the passenger side. And this is what it looks like from the passenger side. I need to clean my fan. There's my blanket. And my bed. And that's it. Still got lots of floor space here that I can kind of maneuver around. I got to figure out how to make this rug softer. I've got carpet burn on my knees from moving around in there last night. So I got to figure out that. Also, I'm probably going to get a sheet to fit over those 3 pieces, and because they're a little stiff and a little uncomfortable to sleep on, and maybe a sheet will help hold them together a little bit better also. But anyway, I made the bed out of a 18-wheeler truck mattress that I had bought when I had my truck and wasn't using it anymore. Very expensive $300 mattress, wasn't being used, and so I put it to good use and cut it to the size that I needed to have it, and I think it made a pretty good bed. It's pretty comfortable, actually. Those cushions are probably a good 8 to 10 inches thick. They're pretty thick and pretty comfy. But that's my setup. And I'll show you what it looks like tonight with all the lights on, because it's pretty bright in there. Alright, this is what it looks like when the lights are on and it's dark at night. Got lights going all the way around. It's nice and bright in here. You can see pretty much everything. Alright guys, I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope y'all like the van. makeover. I'm really happy with it, and think it's going to work just fine for me to live in for 6 months. All right, I will see y'all out on the trail in March. I will be out there first weekend of March, not sure exactly what day. Either probably the 8th or the 9th, because I'm probably going to work till the 6th and then leave out on the 7th, somewhere in there. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Bye.